Video 5.1, Healing Our 9/11 Traumas by Emotionaltuning.com. Caution. Please note, the authors cannot take responsibility for the effects of your watching this video. By proceeding, you are agreeing to take full responsibility for your own well-being. If you do not agree to hold harmless anyone involved in the production or distribution of this video from any claims that might result from your watching it, please turn the video off now. Video 5.1 expands upon our series of emotional tuning videos designed to help us overcome emotional distress created by stressful experiences such as witnessing of death, war combat, natural disasters, domestic violence, sexual assault, and child abuse. If you have not already practiced the healing protocols in videos 0 to 5, we strongly recommend you complete these prerequisite programs sequentially before proceeding with this video. Although these free self-help programs can be completed anonymously, we may feel more comfortable completing them with the support of our family or close friends. We can gain confidence from our website visitors, some 60 to 70,000 a year, who report how our programs have helped them to resolve their stress problems. For those interested in our theory of practice, the website provides a written rationale for all the healing protocols. We can amplify the therapeutic effects of these techniques with the bilateral brain stimulation that results from listening with stereo headphones to sounds that alternate between left and right audio channels. So now, using the video controls, we can pause to prepare for safe and active participation in the healing process, and then restart when we feel ready to proceed confidently with healing our 9/11 traumas. In North America, we call 911 for an emergency response by police, firefighters, paramedics, ambulance service, and medical staff. By 9/11 traumas, we mean the intense fear, horror, and helplessness experienced by emergency responders, including call center personnel and on-the-scene news reporters. Healing 9/11 traumas involves resolving problems that anyone might experience with our natural response to stressful events such as the witnessing of death and threats to our personal integrity. Our natural response to any life-threatening event is to fight, flee, or freeze. If we cannot fight the threat or flee the traumatic scene, then we immobilize or freeze. Without the release of the pent-up energy frozen as tension in our body, we can become uptight, high-strung, or hypervigilant, re-experiencing our trauma through intrusive thoughts, nightmares, and even full-blown flashbacks. We can also numb ourselves out to avoid anything that might trigger recall of our traumatic memories, even things that might help us to heal, such as seeing a therapist. If our symptoms persist beyond a month, our chronic condition might be diagnosed as operational stress injury or post-traumatic stress disorder. Like rotting emotional garbage, emotional response residuals can create neurotoxins formed from decaying stress hormones such as cortisol, adrenaline, and testosterone. Fortunately, with diligent practice of healing protocols, we can recycle and reform traumatic memories, reprocessing them to resolve problems with our emergency stress response. This video is designed to help us heal stress injuries that result from traumatic events, especially those with a strong visual component. These stress injury remnants can trigger disturbing intrusive thoughts, nightmares, and insomnia. If left unresolved in our memory, these remnants can also create irritability, hypervigilance, anxiety, suicidal depression, and debilitating addictions. In video 5.1, we start by reviewing video 1 protocols for relaxing ourselves with peaceful images. In step 2, we learn how to distance ourselves from traumatic memories and modulate our anxiety by building on video 5, healing protocols. In step 3, we learn how to reprocess traumatic memories by practicing with peaceful images. In step 3A, we learn how to shrink the size of the images, fast forward them in black and white, and fast reverse them in color to recycle them like a muted video. In step 3B, we learn how to expand the same images back to full size recycling them again while we practice humming along with the narrator to reform their emotional impact. In Step 4, we learn how to reprocess traumatic memories by practicing with familiar traumatic images. After practicing with familiar traumatic images, we can apply the technique in Step 5, the reprocessing of our own traumatic memories. In Step 6, we are refining our traumatic memories, integrating emotions other than fear, which is our basic response to stressful experiences. In Step 7, we are assessing our progress towards a peaceful resolution of our emergency response problems and remediating as required. Our first step in healing is to establish a relaxed perspective from which we can safely reprocess our traumatic memories. So now we can complete Step 1, relaxing with a calming breath while viewing peaceful images.
Disturbing emotions such as fear, anger, and sadness may be replaced with feelings of peace and contentment. In Native American mythology, hummingbirds are believed to be joyful messengers. If they appear during a time of great sorrow and pain, healing will soon follow. You may dissolve your own pain by breathing deeply, exhaling slowly as you hum a calming tune, tapping your body's emotional meridians, and recalling the sights and sounds of this hummingbird. This may prove useful whenever you are anticipating, experiencing, or remembering a stressful situation. So, as you begin to watch the video, whenever I suggest you close your eyes, and you do so, pay attention to my verbal suggestions. And whenever you hear me suggest you open your eyes, follow along by breathing, humming, and tapping as you see me demonstrate. So let's begin by getting in touch with our external sensations, seeing the picture of me on your video screen, hearing the sound of my voice, and feeling the pressure of the ground under your feet. Feeling yourself settle into your chair, breathe in as deeply as you can, folding your arms across your chest and closing your eyes. And as you listen to my voice, exhale slowly, feeling your chest and belly contract gently under your crossed arms. And as you inhale deeply, feel your chest and belly expand under your crossed arms, and notice how the incoming breath cools your nostrils. And as you exhale slowly, feel the outgoing breath warm your nostrils. Feel your chest and belly contract gently under your crossed arms as your neck and shoulders relax. Inhaling deeply, feel the cool air expanding your belly, ribs, and then upper chest. Exhaling slowly, feel the warm air releasing your chest, arms, shoulders, and gently relaxing your buttocks and legs. And now, as you inhale, slowly open your eyes, placing your fingers just above your belly button. Exhaling slowly, press your solar plexus gently toward your spine. Exhaling, exhaling, exhaling all the sterile air out of your lower lungs. And as you inhale deeply, raise your arms above your head, expanding first your belly, your ribs, and then your upper chest. And as you slowly hum with your exhalation, tap the top of your head in time with the tune. As you breathe in, raise your arms, circling them down and around until your fingers touch, and slowly hum your exhalation, tapping your fingertips in time with the tune. Feeling yourself settle deeper into your chair, breathe in deeply as you can, fold your arms across your chest, and again close your eyes. And as you listen to my voice, exhale slowly, feeling your chest and belly contract gently under your crossed arms as your shoulders, neck, and legs relax. And as you inhale deeply, feel your chest and belly expand under your crossed arms. And as you exhale slowly, feel your body relax as you begin to recall the hummingbird sipping the flower's nectar. Inhaling deeply, you might notice the shape, color, and texture of the flower. Exhaling slowly, you may recall the sound of the whirring wings and the hummingbird's shrill whistle. And now as you inhale, slowly open your eyes. Exhale as you place your hands in your lap and notice your feelings of relaxation, peace, and contentment. You may find that you can access these feelings at any time by exhaling slowly as you quietly hum the tune, tapping your fingers and imagining a hummingbird.
Having relaxed with peaceful images, we can now complete step 2, distancing ourselves from these images by imagining ourselves able to change their motion with a handheld video control. Seeing the safe, still start image, watching ourselves press fast forward, watching the images speed forward, and watching ourselves press pause. Seeing the safe, still end image, watching ourselves press fast reverse, watching the images speed backwards. Again, watching ourselves press pause, seeing the safe, still start image. In step 3, we learn how to reprocess traumatic memories by practicing with peaceful images. Having learned how to distance ourselves from these images, we can now reprocess them in 2 steps, shrinking and recycling, and then expanding and reforming them. We are following step 3A, learning how to shrink and recycle the same peaceful images. And now, watching a life-size start image shrinking down to the size of a laptop computer screen. Seeing the safe, still start image changing color to black and white, experience speeding forward, pausing the safe, still end image. Seeing the safe, still end image changing black and white to color, experience speeding backward, pausing the safe, still start image. So now, having watched the shrinking and recycling of peaceful images, we can proceed with step 3B instructions and learn how to expand and reform the same images. Watching the still, safe start image, expanding back to full life size. Seeing the life size start image, changing color to black and white, experience speeding forward, pausing the life size end image. Putting controls aside, stepping into the life-sized end image, changing black and white to color, we are humming along as we experience speeding backward, pausing the life-size start image. So now, having learned the protocol with peaceful images, we can learn to modulate our anxiety levels while reprocessing traumatic images. The recycling protocol is designed to reduce our anxiety level with instructions to distance ourselves from the images, shrink them, change their color, and fast forward in black and white. The reforming protocol is designed to increase our anxiety level at just the right time with instructions to expand the images, change them from black and white to color, set aside our controls, and step back into reversing stressful experience. For self-help reprocessing to work, we must pay attention to our gut reactions, tolerate our visceral sensations, and achieve a moderate level of anxiety on our own just before we step back into life-size full color, fast reversal of stressful images. While reprocessing traumatic images, we can modulate our anxiety level by adjusting the intensity of our visual experience and regulating our breath. For example, to raise our anxiety from a very low level, we can stare hard at the images while holding our breath. To raise our anxiety from a low level, we can gaze steadily at the images while maintaining a shallow breath pattern. To lower our anxiety from a high level, we can glance away from the images, breathe in deeply, and exhale slowly. To lower our anxiety from a very high level, we can pause to replay step 1, relaxing with peaceful images. We may find it sufficiently calming to recall just the 30-second ending of step 1.
Exhale as you place your hands in your lap and notice your feelings of relaxation, peace, and contentment. You may find that you can access these feelings at any time by exhaling slowly as you quietly hum the tune, tapping your fingers and imagining the hummingbird.
We can now practice modulating our anxiety level while we reprocess some familiar traumatic images. Caution. These images include muted television coverage of the tragedy at New York World Trade Center on September 11, 2001, and photos of emergency responders at Ground Zero. If recalling this tragedy right now has us feeling a very high level of anxiety, then we pause, fast reverse to replay step 1, or exit to play videos 0 to 5. And so we proceed with caution, taking good care of ourselves in the present moment, focusing on feelings in our torso, paying attention to gut reactions, tolerating visceral sensations, and modulating our level of anxiety. We are now following step 4, learning how to reprocess memories by practicing with familiar traumatic images. And now we are distancing ourselves from the traumatic images, stepping back to watch ourselves watching the video. And now, watching a life-size start image shrinking down to the size of a laptop computer screen. Seeing the safe, still start image changing color to black and white. Experience speeding forward. Pausing the safe, still end image. Seeing the safe, still end image changing black and white to color. Experience speeding backward. Pausing the safe, still start image. Watching the still, safe start image expanding back to full life size. Seeing the safe, still start image changing color to black and white. Experience speeding forward. Pausing a safe, still end image. Putting our controls aside, stepping into the life-sized end image, changing black and white to color. We are humming along as we experience speeding backward. Pausing the life-size start image. And now, having watched the reprocessing of these familiar images while modulating our level of anxiety, we are preparing to do the same thing while remembering a traumatic memory of our own. Before proceeding to this next step, we can use our screen controls to pause, fast reverse, and replay step 4 as often as required to gain proficiency in modulating our anxiety. Now, we are following step 5 instructions for reprocessing traumatic memories with low to moderate anxiety. We are paying attention to our gut reactions as we consider the following questions about our memories of a traumatic event in our life. At the start of our event, what still image feels the safest? While remembering different aspects of our stressful experience, we are modulating our anxiety level with the same techniques we just practiced, adjusting the intensity of our visual experience and regulating our breath. For example, while considering some possible aspects flashing on the screen, we can glance away, breathe deeply, and exhale slowly, modulating anxiety. So, as we remember our stressful experience, speeding along, what aspects feel most stressful? At the end of our event, what still image feels the safest? And now, we are distancing ourselves, stepping back to watch ourselves, watching a video of our memories. And now, closing our eyes, we are listening to instructions, remembering a safe, still, start image, shrinking it to the size of a laptop, seeing the safe, still, start image, changing color to black and white, experience speeding forward, pausing the safe, still, end image, seeing the safe, still, end image, changing black and white to color, experience speeding backward, pausing the safe, still, start image, watching the still, safe, start image, expanding back to full life size, seeing the safe, still, start image, changing color to black and white, experience speeding forward, pausing a safe, still, end image, putting our controls aside, stepping into the life-sized end image, changing black and white to color. We are humming along as we experience speeding backward, pausing the life-size start image. As often as required, to deal with all aspects of our trauma, we can open our eyes and use our video controls to pause, fast reverse, and replay step 5. After recalling all aspects of our trauma and feeling our anxiety drop from moderate to low level, we can refine our traumatic memory by integrating emotions other than fear response, such as anger, sadness, shame, and craving. We're now following step 6, refining our traumatic memories with an abbreviated version of video 5.
Settling deeper into the chair, breathing in deeply, folding arms across chest and closing eyes. Exhaling slowly, chest dropping, shoulders falling, neck relaxing, buttocks loosening. Inhaling deeply, belly expanding, chest expanding. Exhaling slowly, imagining a TV remote control, holding it in your hand, placing your thumb on the play button. Inhaling, pointing the remote towards a TV, pressing play. Exhaling slowly, watching the video of traumatic event, seeing the images, listening to the sounds on the TV. Inhaling deeply, seeing yourself on the TV screen. Exhaling slowly, watching yourself, approaching the event, tuning into the feelings between your neck and pelvis. Inhaling, pointing remote towards the TV, and pressing pause. Exhaling slowly, looking at the paused image on TV, tuning into the feelings in your torso. Inhaling, noticing the intensity and quality of feelings. Exhaling, reflecting on the feelings in your torso. What is this state of your being? State of fear, anger, sadness? Inhaling deeply, opening your eyes, incorporating this state into the lyrics of the tune, tapping as you silently sing. Despite this state, I accept myself with love and understanding. And with this state, I accept myself of love and understanding. Inhaling, accepting yourself. Tapping as you silently sing. Inhaling, accepting, shifting, fingers to top of head. Exhaling, releasing, tapping. Inhaling, shifting, fingertips together. Exhaling, releasing, tapping. Settling deeper into your chair, inhaling deeply, folding arms across chest, closing eyes. Exhaling slowly, chest dropping, shoulders falling, neck relaxing, buttocks loosening. Open your eyes, place your hands on your lap, and experience the feelings of peace and contentment. Notice feelings of gratitude for having dissolved the more disturbing aspects of your traumatic event. You may find that you can access these feelings at any time by exhaling slowly as you quietly hum the tune, tapping your fingertips and imagining the hummingbird.
Now we can open our eyes and use our video controls to pause, fast reverse, and replay step 6 as often as required to refine our traumatic memory. Having refined the emotions in our traumatic memories, we can complete step 7 for assessing our progress and remediating to fully resolve problems with our stress response. Closing our eyes, hearing instructions, recalling our traumatic memory, searching for details of stressful experience, vividly remembering sights, sounds, smells, tastes, and feelings, brightening the images, hearing sounds more clearly, smelling and tasting more acutely, focusing on feelings in our torso, paying attention to our gut reactions, and tolerating visceral sensations in our body. And now, opening our eyes, comparing these visceral sensations to our previous experience, we ask, have we made sufficient progress towards a peaceful response to our own traumatic memory? If not sufficient, we can choose to repeat steps 1 to 7. If we have made sufficient progress, we can repeat just steps 5 to 7 and reprocess our other traumatic memories. We can also proceed to deal with traumatic events that may not be easily remembered. Progressive relaxation and emotional tension release techniques demonstrated in video 6 might help us to access forgotten memories. As demonstrated in video 7, we can reprocess these memories once tension release restores them to consciousness. While contemplating these options, we can now return to our website and follow up the healing of our 9/11 traumas.